Hey there, everyone. Chad Tuft here. So I am putting together a little video to explain what Steel Challenge is. Steel Challenge is basically, you've heard the term drag racing with a gun. It is a timed course of fire over 5 steel targets. It's really simple, and it doesn't require the physicality of some of the other shooting sports. There's not the run and gun aspect of this. In fact, there's a total of 8 different stations consisting of 5 steel plates with a stop plate. So as you see in these diagrams, these are the makeup of the stations. There'll always be 5 targets. They can be a combination of 10-inch circles, 12-inch circles, or an 18 by 24 rectangle, anywhere from 7 yards out to 35 yards. Very little movement. The only one that you'll be making any physical movement in is outer limits, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. The idea is the RO will have you come up to the line and we'll say make ready. This is the only time you are able to pull your gun out and your ammunition and make ready as you are about to take a course of fire. Any other time pulling your weapon out will result in a DQ. There are safe areas where you can take your weapon to make repairs or corrections or what have you. But in those areas, you're only allowed to have the weapon, not the ammo. Safety is the utmost concern at these events. The gun should always be pointed downrange. You cannot break the 180 rule. Once the RO has told you make ready, and you have prepared your firearm, you will either assume the surrender position, which is your hands above your shoulders, or for the rimfire and PCC classes, you will point your gun at the low ready. There'll be a marker on the ground roughly 10 feet in front of you that will provide you an aim point to where you're supposed to hold the weapon. From there, the RO will ask you, are you ready? You don't have to answer anything. You don't need to move. If he sees that you have not moved, you have not said anything, they will proceed to the next command, which will be stand by. After stand by, you'll hear a beep. That audible beep starts the recording, starts the timer. Now you'll make your course of fire. You want to make sure that you hit all targets except for the stop target last. That'll be indicated by a red post as you see in this picture here. So here we're shooting a rimfire pistol. He's getting around now, getting steady in his station, going through the pointing positions, just running through it in his mind. Once he's comfortable and he's ready to go, you'll notice that he points towards the target. I give him the command, are you ready? Stand by, beep, and he takes his course of fire, ensuring to shoot the stop target last. This will be repeated 5 times. So 5 strings of 5 at every station, except for outer limits, which is kind of unique. Again, it's the only station that there's any movement. You'll have to traverse from one square to the other square, shooting 2 targets from one and then the last 3 from the other. The scores are kept electronically. There's usually somebody, the RO, handling the timer itself, and then there'll also be one person with a tablet or a scoring pad that's keeping track of the times. What'll happen is you'll take all 5 times, throw out the worst time, or the highest time in this case, and then add the 4 together to get your total stage time. There are peaks or ideal numbers that you could hit that will place you in different categories and different levels of shooting, but the most important thing is to be safe. You probably already own a firearm that you could take and shoot steel with. Any sort of rimfire, pistol, or rifle with iron sights or an optic, your 1911, You also have an opportunity for pistol caliber carbines. So if you had a high point 9 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 45, or any of the AR platforms in the pistol caliber, carry optics, open, production, again, pretty much anything you have today, you could use for steel. The one thing is with rimfires, you will start from a low ready. There will be no drawing from a holster, as well as PCC or pistol caliber carbine. Your centerfire pistols, obviously, you will have to have a decent holster. You'll want to check the rules to make sure that you have the right holster for that class. There are also different categories for shooters: ladies, juniors, military, preteens, seniors, and super seniors. So everybody's got a group to shoot with. Usually a squad is made up of anywhere from 4 to 10 shooters. Some of them may be shooting single or multiple firearms, but you'll always be placed and ranked with a specific group that will hopefully complement your shooting prowess. For more information, I have also put up the website USPSA. You will definitely want to become a member here, especially if you're going to start shooting and want to keep your scores. They'll assign you a member number, and you'll be able to utilize that member number at any shoot you go to, whether it be Steel Challenge or IPSA or any of the other disciplines out there. And you'll be able to go back and review your times and your positions in shooting. Great organization. They are definitely 2A, fun group to work with, and always very happy to answer questions. Another good resource would be practicescore.com. On PracticeScore, you'll be able to go in and search clubs and matches in your area. Once you start shooting, you'll also be able to go in and review your scores and upcoming events that you would like to participate in. It's a great resource and a must-have if you intend on shooting steel. Recommendations if you're planning on going to your first shoot: 1, dress appropriately. Dress for the weather. You're going to be out in the weather. There is no shade. You are out in the middle of nowhere. It's a gun range. There's very few gun ranges that had covered or areas for you to shoot from, so expect and plan for the weather. Make sure you're comfortable. You're going to be doing a lot of walking and standing. Get a good, comfortable pair of shoes. Always bring your sunscreen. And remember to bring lots of water and even snacks sometimes, depending on the size of the shoot, how many people you're going to be shooting with. The equipment you're going to want to bring with you, obviously your firearm. Ideally, you should have 5 magazines. It's not completely necessary. If you have a number of high capacity magazines, that'll work as well. Just remember, you're going to be making a minimum of 25 shots per station. So you want to take at least a couple hundred rounds of ammunition with you, accounting for those misses. The other thing, obviously in this case, you can see we always bring a wagon just to tote your things from station to station, carry your water, your cooler, your ammo, everything else that you may bring with you. Another thing that me and Dad have made a point is to make sure that we bring chairs with us. There'll be a lot of times that you're sitting around waiting your turn and you're reloading your magazines. Some do's and don'ts. Whatever happens, remember to be careful and be respectful of the firearms. Just remember the basics. Don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Don't point your weapon at anything that you're not willing to destroy. Safety is the key here. You'll need some good ear pro. I would recommend some passives so that you can actually hear the conversations and buzzers when they go off, although just a simple set of headphones will always work. Eye protection. Get some safety rated, either clear safety glasses, prescription glasses, anything with side covers will work. That's up to you and your preference. The firearm must be in working order. and all your gear must be functioning as new. I would highly encourage you, if you wanted to take part in one of these matches, get on Practice Score and find a range and an event near you and just go out and watch. Ask questions. Everybody that's at the field is definitely there to promote the sport. We all support each other. We all have a good time. Again, safety being the main focus. It doesn't matter if you can lay down world record times or you just need to get out there and do some target shooting and taking your time and enjoying yourself. It doesn't matter. We're not highly competitive, especially at level 1. Level 1s are just the club shoot, mostly practice. A level 2 is going to be something like a state shoot. There's money involved. And then level 3s are going to be the world speed shooting championship down in Talladega. So at the local levels, not a lot of pressure. People are more than happy to answer questions and help out. Just remember, if you're a participant, you will paint targets. It's just common courtesy that while you're there, everybody takes turns going out and painting the targets after somebody else's turn. Rule of thumb is, obviously, if you're shooting, you shouldn't be painting targets. If you're on deck, we don't want you painting targets. We want you getting your stuff ready so that you can get in the station as soon as the shooter up currently is ready to go. If you're in the hole, you want to make sure that you're getting your gear around and that you're in a position where you'll be prepared by the time it becomes your turn. Other than that, you should be downrange painting after the range officer calls the range clear. Nothing is more rude than going to a shoot and having the same two guys have a conversation and never getting up and grabbing a can of paint. Don't be that guy. There is a tremendous amount of information online. You can go to steelchallenge.com and find the specific rules and regulations for the class that you'd like to participate in. You can also go there and see where your firearm that you currently own would fit in. You can also reference a lot of the individual stations, how to shoot them, and get a lot of pro tips on YouTube. Just simply search the Steel Challenge in the search bar and there'll be a plethora of information that comes up for you to review. I put this video together quickly not to teach you how to shoot Steel Challenge, but just to give you an idea and some ways to find more information about the sport. I encourage anyone that's interested or curious about it, just go find a match, find a gun club that participates and go out and watch. They would be more than happy to have extra people out there watching, painting targets, and asking questions. We tend to love that and promote the sport as much as we can internally. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, please let me know. Give me a like, subscribe, and share. And give me a comment if you'd like to see more information like this out there. I'm going to go ahead and let this play through. This is the last shoot that we were at in Michigan, and you'll get the idea of kind of the cadence and style of shooting. But again, this is Chad Tough Steel Challenge. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll talk to you soon.
Nice shooting, Greg. Good job, man.
Are you ready? Stand by. Nice, 296. Two more on the right here. I can hold on to the mag if you want. Thank you, sir.
Gesturing.
Nice, 266. If you are finished, unload, show clear. And bolt forward in your bag, please.
Woohoo! 63.6%.
Range is clear. Thanks for shooting, Greg.
Good job, man. Haven't fallen down yet, so. Well, that's a bonus.
I'm going to do some loading while they're painting there.
Alex, I'll take over for you after I shoot.
Okay. I can sneak some loading in. There are some people that buy enough like auto mags to not have to reload it all during a match. That would be a very expensive set of magazines.
It could be.
All right, take ready. But I have seen at least one picture of a guy who had, it was whatever, 45, like 22, 45 mags, and like, good lord. You could have bought another gun for that.
No shit.
What? You don't want to reload.
Think about the old man. He's got that 1022. He's got his Ruger American. They all take the same mags.
Yeah.
He's got multiple mags for each.
Are you ready? Not yet. We're good. Are you ready? Stand by. 224. That's right.
2.24.
You getting swarmed?
A little bit.